Your to-do list isn't making you productive, it's making you broke. But don't worry, what's broke, we can fix. Today I'm going to show you why that to-do list is keeping you stuck in busy work. And if you use this simple daily system, it's going to move your business and your life forward. There are parts of me that are still so fulfilled by the checking of a box. Even if the box doesn't really exist, I'm looking for a way to check the box, to make myself feel like something is done. But that need, that dopamine hit for hitting the button or making the check mark, it's confusing you into thinking you've actually done something. That actually can be a very powerful tactic if you need to trick your brain into thinking you've done something that you're afraid to do. But in the world of actually getting real things done, checking off the box and filling in all of those boxes for things that do not matter is going to keep you exactly where you are. When I finally figured it out and stopped looking at the to-do list like my daily Bible, I became so much more successful. But you probably think, oh, I need a better tool or I need some kind of fancy planner. Even Amy's lovely Good Morning Good Life planner would be great for this. No, it's not the tool. It's the way you're going about creating your lists. So let's talk about why the to-do list is holding you back and what you're going to do instead. There's a hidden cost to to-do lists, and it comes from hanging on its every letter and word. Like, if it is not complete, then life is not complete. The creation of a list is great. It's healthy. It's important to have checklists for a lot of different things in your life. It's important to have checklists in every area of your business. But when you dictate all terms as to what is on that list, where you will focus your time, it can get a bit challenging. You're a little too in the weeds, you're too much blinders on, gotta only do what's on the list, and not enough big picture, where are we actually headed here? A to-do list, when you look at it as this is my only, is reactive rather than proactive. When you constantly see a list of things that are not done yet, a lot of that has to do with past circumstances. Sometimes you'll notice things on your to-do list die for no reason. You didn't do them. They just become irrelevant at some point, and that's because they never mattered in the first place. So by proceeding with them as if they are the ones in charge here, you are in reactive mode, where proactive sometimes means things can come off that list. Things can be disregarded altogether. The dopamine hit of I'm going to check the box that is on this list keeps you in reaction mode, and you've got to think bigger. Even if what you're working on doesn't seem like that big a deal. It's a list for your house. It's a list for a side project or a passion. And maybe for some of us, it's a list in our business that seems super important, so we've got to stay focused on it. It's not always true. It's great to give you perspective, but if you're only of the mind that you have to check off the list and you'll do whatever it takes just to check off the list, you're not going to see the big picture that takes you toward the vision. And that vision is something you need to remind yourself of every day, not everything on your to-do list. Just because you're busy does not mean you are productive. Some of the things you're busy with might seem super important. No one else is going to write that email. No one else is going to balance the books. I don't have somebody to do that. So I'm busy and therefore I need to do those things. Turns out there might be a way better person to write that email. Your admin, your email marketing professional. There might be an even better person to balance your books. An accountant. Once you realize that your time is better spent on things that you are extraordinary at, you see those things you suck at and you go, I think there must be a better way. And you start to find solutions. That's what it means to get proactive and not reactive. Reactive is I have to write the email. Proactive is there's someone better that can do that. Even if I have to write it today, we need a game plan for how it's going to be better managed in the future. How will it get better done in the future? So look at all of the ways that your to-do list, the one you have right now, is indicating to you how busy you could be and how underwater you probably feel from that list. But when you say my vision is bigger than this, how would this look different if I were already living that experience? Now we can start to get creative about what's on that list, the things that don't matter, the things that could get delegated, what would have to be true for it to be delegated. And now we're talking business. By the way, if we're really talking business for you and you want real help with this in your work, come over to Instagram, message me, coach. Let's see if it's a fit for us to work together. I'm very picky on who I coach with, but we can have a conversation there if it's a fit. Now, here's an alternative to what I want you to think about with your to-do list. The reason it's keeping you broke is you continue to do things that might be $0, $1, $10 an hour tasks. You could be doing something far more valuable. When you start thinking about what's far more valuable, now we can talk about how you're gonna win. The list I look at every day, I got a to-do list. I got a bunch of things, and all the bunch of things, they get offloaded to my administrative assistant. Here's a bunch of things, figure it out, let me know how it goes. Bounce back to me what absolutely no one else else can figure out. But because you work with me, I'm pretty sure you're smart. So you might figure it out better than I can. I'm about to give that an opportunity to happen. That's what's happening with my to-do list. But I'm looking at the win list. The win list is very simple. You've probably heard me talk about it here before. It is one, maybe two, maybe three things that you're gonna do tomorrow, and you can decide you're looking at it at the end of the night or the middle of the day when you're making a plan, that if you do those things, you will have won the day. If it's in your business and there's one thing that you know you've been ignoring, that if you just did it, you might make a little bit more progress, what's that thing? For a lot of people in business, they get started because they're very passionate, but they forget the part about the fact that they have to sell themselves. So they don't spend a lot of time in sales. They just hope that they're gonna manifest the good things coming to them and their clients will come and they'll always want to pay what they charge and it's all going to be magic and unicorns and rainbows. So cute. Sometimes that's true, not always. The more you build brand, especially if you work with me, the more you build brand, the more likely that stuff happens. But you still have to be able to show up and say what's gonna happen. So putting in the reps and saying, I'm gonna spend 1 hour working on my sales chops, or 1 hour following up with prospects who didn't buy yet, or 1 hour DMing people to see if there's any interest. That's a big item on that win list. That might be for you. If you haven't been to the gym in a year and you're like, wow, my mindset's not in a good place, I physically don't feel my best, I should probably try something different. Just a trip to the gym could be a massive win for you tomorrow. So that could be the one thing on your list. I personally, a little bit of an overachiever, and I get a lot done because I have wonderful people working with me. I usually have 3 things on that list, but a lot of the times I don't get all 3 done because I don't need the dopamine hit of checking them off. This is the crazy thing. When I visualize the win list, there are no check boxes. They are just things that must be true at some point. And I know that the sooner they are true, the better life gets every single day, every single minute. Things get easier, things get better in the business, things get better in my life, things are good. So I feel in the energy of doing them, which is awesome, but I don't have the same dopamine hit that if I cross it off or check it off, it's done. A lot of the times because the things on the win list are things I have to do on a very consistent basis, such as make content or to sell in my business. So there's not going to be the same dopamine hit. But even if you need it, you can have it. You can have the dopamine hit for the win list. But I want you to be okay with the fact that even if you only get one thing done, 1 out of your 2 or 3, whatever you choose, one thing on that list done means you've won the day. So when I'm done filming this video, I have won the day. Is that good or what? Woo! Now, I've got 2 more things on my win list, but if the day catches up to me, and it's about to, I have to be in a meeting in 35 minutes, and I am in meetings all the way until I have to go pick my kid up. So the likelihood that I get anything else on my win list done is not great, but they roll over to the next day. Whatever I have left over on my win list, they would have helped me win today, but they're still very important. So tomorrow they're gonna help me win tomorrow. That's what I do. Now, why do you think I'm filming this video right now? Because I knew I had a full day of meetings and children. So what am I gonna do? Make sure I win the day. That's so different than a to-do list. Wildly different. To-do list, do you know how long that to-do list is? It's all things I'm procrastinating on, or all things someone hasn't figured out yet. Like, that's just the truth. That's the truth. Guess what's winning over my to-do list? I keep pointing to my phone. Like, it's just a lengthy list of things I need to offload to someone else. They're sitting here waiting for me. Guess what I'm doing instead? This isn't on my to-do list. This is on my win list. It got priority. I'm gonna feel amazing because even if there are some pressing things on that to-do list that do need to get assessed, they do need to get handled, we need to find solutions for them. I'm not living in a fantasy world where I don't have to make good on my responsibilities. I'm doing something right now that helps future me. It means my videos continue to stay on time. It means people continue to discover my brand. It means people continue to discover my business. This is a deposit into a larger investment. And that's why it made the cut for the win list. Going to the gym, same thing. Selling to people who might work with me, same thing. What's on your win list? And it's okay if it's only one thing. If you did one thing on your win list every day this week, I want you to compare that to your previous week. There will be no contest. If you have been struggling and stuck in your to-do list, congratulations on having perfectly balanced books, except for when a financial professional gets in there, they're probably gonna have edits, but whatever. What could you have been spending your time on? That's the perspective that this channel is all about. The to-do list will burn you out. Why? We just talked about a lot of reasons. The to-do list is a bunch of stuff that just ended up there because you were afraid you were going to forget it because somebody cares and it's not you. Maybe you care a little bit, but in all actuality, it's probably some kind of external accountability and you're not thrilled about it. So that's the stuff that does burn you out. If we don't want to get burnt out on that stuff, then we need to have a better way of handling it. And the better way that we handle it is to start incorporating help. That's what I help business owners with. A lot of people who come to work with me have been solopreneurs for a long time and they figured out how to do a lot of things, but their to-do list is exhausting. Exhausting. They can't take it anymore. And they're burnt out on something that used to be their passion. I would know. There was a time when I woke up every day, it didn't matter what was on my to-do list. I loved it. I ached to do it. I woke up at 5 a.m., never to go to the gym for a very long time. I do it now, but I woke up at 5 a.m. just to go check my YouTube stats and update my spreadsheets and check my email and see how my landing page was converting and all kinds of stuff that I don't like doing now. I just want to do the fun stuff. I want to do the big stuff. And I want someone else to handle all that menial stuff. There was a time where that was exciting. Over time, no matter if you're going great or things fell apart at some point, both have been true for me. It's still a job. You burn out. The win list is how you prevent that burnout. You are always doing something with intention. How do you know? Because you follow me, you subscribe to this channel, and you know that every single day, at least 2 or 3 times, we look at our vision, we look at our goals. When we do that, when we see the larger picture of where are we headed, why is my ladder against this building? Why am I climbing it? You will do the things that matter the most that invest in your future. That's why you won't burn out. Even on the days that are hard, it's not burnout. It's a little bit of friction. And it's a little bit of friction because if it were easy, everyone would do it. And it's a little bit of friction because what you want is big. Do you have the audacity to say, I want something big out loud? And then the audacity to follow through on it every day. Go after it every day. That takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of energy. We have to manage our energy and we can't manage time. So the to-do list is going to be a soul-sucking reminder that you should try to manage time. By the way, there it goes. Can't do a dang thing about that. That's gone. When you could actually be managing your energy and focusing on the most needle-moving things, and sometimes other things are going to fall off and someone's going to go, that fell off. Where did it go? And you're going to be like, my bad, but not really my bad because I know exactly what I was doing, why I was doing it, and this is exactly how it was supposed to work out. Sorry about you. I want you to have that confidence. I hope that's why you're here. To-do lists make you look busy. Win lists make you look successful. Win lists make you feel successful. Why? Because you're in alignment with what you really want. That is why to-do lists are keeping you broke and how I hope that you will change it up. If you're still struggling on how to stay focused to get things done, click here and I'll see you there.